Have you ever stopped to think how a simple transfer window could completely shake up Everton's plans for this season? Well, there's a name that, even though it's not directly on the Toffees' radar, could significantly influence who arrives, or doesn't, at Goodison Stadium. And it's not just this behind-the-scenes upheaval that's generating buzz. Negotiations are progressing, a signing is about to be announced, and even a player is glamorizing for the Champions League. Stay with me until the end, because this video is packed with information you, the Blues fan, need to know. And of course, like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss a thing from this fiery window. David Moyes knows the 2025-26 season is just around the corner and time is running out. And if there's one thing he's made clear, it's this: Everton needs creativity in midfield. Manchester City's James McAtee has been floated as an option, but competition has already arrived. Nottingham Forest came out strong, and the Toffees are at risk of falling behind once again. But wait, there's more. Bilal El Khanous, a Leicester star despite relegation, has been closely monitored by Moyes. He created 42 chances in the last Premier League, a number that, let's face it, catches the eye of any manager. The problem? The price tag, over $25 million. And even worse, there are clubs approaching from outside. If Crystal Palace loses Eberechi Ez to Arsenal, which is very close to happening, as the player has already agreed personal terms with the Gunners, the Londoners are likely to go all out for El Khanous. In other words, Ez's move to the Emirates could simply dampen Everton's hopes. If the midfield is a concern, the attacking right wing is no less. With the departures of Jack Harrison and Jesper Lindstrom, a gaping hole has been left in that sector, and Moyes knows he needs to fill that role urgently. Among the speculated names, Real Sociedad's Japanese player Takefusa Kubo is one of those that fans are excited about. However, the Spanish club's president, Joaquin Aperribe, has publicly stated that he hasn't received any official offers so far. He even dropped the old saying about the player's will being decisive, which could be an indication that Kubo is open to talks. The truth is, however, that Everton seems to be focusing more intensely on Lions' Malik Fofana. Negotiations were underway, but the player really wants to play in the Champions League. So, if Fofana gives in to the famous waiting room, perhaps Everton will turn to Kubo again. Oh, and there's more. Liverpool's Ben Doak has also been approached. However, the price is steep. The Reds are asking for $30 million. Still, if other doors close, Doak could return to the top of Moyes' list. While some negotiations are stalled, one is about to be sealed: the signing of left-back Adam Aznou from Bayern Munich. And if all goes as expected, the official announcement will come on Monday. Aznou, who comes from Spanish football and spent last season on loan at Real Valladolid, arrives to compete for a position with Mykolenko. The plan is for him to participate in the U.S. tour and could even make his debut against West Ham on July 30th in Chicago. And the most curious thing? Many in the industry are already projecting that this 19-year-old could be sold for up to $40 million in the coming years. Everton at the moment is closing the deal for around $10 million. In other words, it could be a huge deal, with potential for appreciation. Defensively, he's very strong, but it's in attacking support that he really stands out. He's among the best in Europe for successful dribbling in that position. What we're seeing in this transfer market is Everton trying to reposition itself, competing with big clubs for promising talent and trying to find opportunities where few are looking. Easy's possible departure, the impasse with McAtee, the dilemma between Fofana and Kubo, all of this is affecting Moyes' planning. But one thing is certain: the back rooms at Goodison Stadium are buzzing, and the coming days promise to shake up this transfer window even more. Now, I want to hear from you, fan. Which of these moves excites you most? Do you think Everton really needs to invest heavily in a creative midfielder, or should the focus be on the wingers? Comment below and let's chat. And of course, if you enjoyed the content, leave a like, share it with other Toffees, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next chapters of this blue soap opera.